If you're feeling lost, disheartened, or constantly dissatisfied with your life, then this story is for you. Don't just watch, absorb it. Let it sink in. Because sometimes, one story is all it takes to awaken something deep within. Once upon a time, high in the branches of a quiet forest tree, sat a crow weighed down by sorrow. His feathers were black, but his heart felt even darker. He was consumed with despair, and unable to hold back his emotions, he began to cry. Tears streamed down his beak, falling silently onto the leaves below. Coincidentally, beneath the same tree, resting in meditation, sat a wise monk. One of the crow's tears gently landed on the monk's cheek. Surprised, the monk opened his eyes, looked up, and saw the crow sobbing uncontrollably. With calm and compassion in his voice, the monk asked, "Dear bird, why do you cry?" The crow looked down, eyes glistening with pain. "O wise one," he began, "I am deeply troubled. I hate my life. Nobody loves me. Wherever I go, people shoo me away as if I were a curse. They don't feed me. They don't want me around. I'm rejected and hated everywhere I fly. What kind of life is this? Sometimes I feel that death would be better than living like this." The monk's heart softened. He could feel the intensity of the crow's anguish. He took a deep breath and replied gently, "My friend, we must learn to find contentment in the life we've been given. True peace comes from acceptance, not escape." But the crow, drowning in his own sadness, couldn't understand these words. He continued to weep, consumed by the idea that if only he were someone, or something, else, he would be happy. The monk placed his hand over his heart and said, "All right then, tell me, if you could be anything in this world, what would you want to be? Speak, and I shall make it so." The crow's eyes lit up. A spark of hope pierced through his gloom. "O blessed one," he exclaimed, "if you truly want to help me, then make me a swan. They are graceful, elegant, and loved by all. Unlike me." The monk smiled knowingly and nodded. "Very well. But before I transform you, I want you to do one thing. Go and meet a swan first. Ask him if he is truly happy with his life. Then come back and tell me what he says." Filled with anticipation, the crow flew off in search of a swan, hoping to find the secret to a better life. The crow soared through the skies with renewed energy, his heart beating with curiosity. After a while, he spotted a serene pond shimmering in the sunlight. There, gliding effortlessly over the water, was a majestic swan. Its feathers were pure white, gleaming like pearls under the sun. The crow perched on a nearby branch and called out, "O beautiful swan," he said, "you are truly a vision of grace. Your feathers are white as snow, your movements elegant like poetry. Everyone adores you. You must be the happiest bird in the world." The swan looked up, a gentle smile on its beak, but there was a shadow behind its eyes. "My friend," the swan replied softly, "I may appear beautiful to you, but that does not mean I am happy." The crow was taken aback. "How could that be?" he asked. The swan continued, "Yes, my feathers are white, but that's all I have. The world is full of vibrant colors, reds, blues, greens, yellows, but I have none. Sometimes I feel plain, empty. I've often thought that the parrot, with its brilliant colors, must surely be the happiest bird alive." Hearing this, the crow thanked the swan and set off in search of a parrot, confused but hopeful that perhaps the parrot had found the joy he was looking for. After some time, he came across a parrot perched inside a leafy tree, its feathers flashing shades of green, yellow, and red. The crow approached with awe. "O colorful parrot," he said, "your beauty is unmatched. You are so vibrant, so full of life. Surely, you must be the happiest bird in the world?" The parrot sighed and shook its head. "No, dear crow," he replied, "I am not as happy as you think." The crow blinked. "But why not? Everyone admires you." The parrot's voice dropped. "People may admire me, but they also want to possess me. Humans often capture us and lock us in cages. I live in constant fear of being taken, of being confined, of losing my freedom. I cannot fly as I please. I long to be free like other birds. I believe the peacock must be the happiest bird of all, so majestic, so admired, even more beautiful than me. The crow's wings drooped a little. Each bird he had envied so far seemed to be carrying burdens of their own. Still searching for the answer, he took flight once more, determined to speak to the peacock. The crow flew for hours, scanning the ground below, until he reached a large, bustling zoo. There, behind tall iron bars and a crowd of chattering visitors, was a peacock, standing tall, its tail fanned out in a dazzling display of blues, greens, and shimmering purples. Children pointed at him in awe. Cameras flashed. He was the center of attention. The crow waited patiently. When the visitors finally left and the crowd dispersed, he fluttered down and approached the peacock. "Oh, magnificent peacock," said the crow, "you are the most beautiful creature I have ever seen. Look at you, your feathers are like living art. Thousands come just to look at you. Compared to me, you are celebrated while I am rejected. Surely, you must be the happiest bird on earth." The peacock let out a deep, weary sigh. "My friend," he said, "I used to think I was the happiest too. I believed that my beauty made me special. But over time, I've learned the truth." The crow tilted his head, confused. "What do you mean?" The peacock looked around, at the bars of his enclosure, and said, "Because of this beauty, I have lost my freedom. I live in a cage. My life is not my own. People come to admire me, but they also take from me. They pluck my feathers to decorate their homes, with no thought to the pain it causes. I cannot fly when I want. I cannot live in the wild. I am admired, but I am not free." The crow was stunned. "But if even you are not happy, then who is?" The peacock looked at him with kind eyes and replied, "I've observed every bird in this zoo, and you know what I've realized. You, the crow, are the only one who isn't kept in a cage. You're not trapped. No one captures you for your beauty or binds you for their entertainment. You can go anywhere, anytime. You are free. For the past few days, I've looked at you flying from tree to tree, soaring wherever you please, and I thought to myself, if only I were a crow, I would be free. I would be happy." Hearing those words, the crow stood in silence. For the first time in his life, he truly paused, not to complain, not to compare, but to reflect. All this time, he had believed that everyone else had it better. He thought beauty meant happiness, and admiration meant fulfillment. But now, after speaking with the swan, the parrot, and the peacock, he saw the truth. Each of them envied something he had taken for granted: his freedom. With a heart full of realization, the crow flew back to the tree where the wise monk still waited. His flight felt lighter, his mind clearer. Landing beside the monk, he said with a smile, "Oh, wise one, thank you. I don't want to be anything else. I understand now. I am happy to be who I am." The monk nodded, his eyes calm and knowing. "Good," he said. "Happiness doesn't come from becoming someone else. It comes from accepting yourself and recognizing the blessings you already possess." And so, for the first time, the crow was truly content. Not because his life had changed, but because his perspective had. This story is a mirror for all of us. We often compare ourselves to others, thinking their lives are better, their paths smoother, their blessings greater. We measure our worth through lenses that don't belong to us. But the truth is, every life has its own hidden pain. And in chasing someone else's joy, we often overlook our own freedom, our own gifts, our own unique value. Stop comparing. Start appreciating. Gratitude is the soil in which happiness grows. There will always be someone who has more than you, and someone who has less. But the happiest person in the world isn't the one with the most. It's the one who's content with what they have. So stop looking outward. Look inward. That's where peace lives. If this story moves something within you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you're on a journey of growth and inner peace, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and let's walk this path together. Because sometimes, a simple story can change a life.